Hello everyone, this is DD_HR1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a really awesome project that is now finished. This is the Gemmy 2006 half-off skeleton animatronic. And a lot of you may not have seen this item before. It's pretty obscure, but if you did see it, I can guarantee you that you saw it not functioning properly. So this item actually had a lot of engineering go into it. It has a very unique movement going on. And the mechanics are actually very reliable. This thing still has all original gears in it. But it was absolutely programmed terribly. There are at the most two phrases that you can actually fully understand what it is he is trying to say. The writing is pretty great for what he is, but you don't get to hear it because so many of the phrases just cut off early or skip. It's just a completely butchered project. It's really beyond me how this thing was able to get to production like this. You have to wonder if it was like Graves, where in the EEPROM stage, the item had the glitches, like Graves with the one phrase, he says, or if that happened in production somehow, because it completely ruins the item. It's a neat effect when he goes up and down and moves, but you can't understand his jokes or anything. So it's a completely ruined item. But this particular one has been reprogrammed properly. So I reached out to Chase the Inflatable God, and he actually has been training himself on how to program with EEPROMs, like the old Gemmy items have that are prototypes. And so this is programmed and set up the exact same way inside with an EEPROM. And I had the HD audio file for this item, and so we kind of collaborated in that way. I sent him the half-off skeleton I found it locally on Marketplace, and I sent him the audio, and then he programmed it. And he did an excellent job at it. It's just really bizarre seeing this guy in action and actually say things the way he's supposed to say them. But I guess first we'll take a look at the box really quick here. So this is the back. You can see it says half-off skeleton. Sound and motion activated. Lots of funny phrases will help to make this a side-splitting Halloween. Watch him split in two. Press the button and his legs hit the dirt. And then it has a typo for 2005 when it is in fact a 2006 item. If you see an item with the green and red packaging and it says 2005, there's a good chance it's a 2006 item. The only real major flaw with the box is this corner is warped, but you can see it was a Garden Ridge piece, and that I believe they might have been sold one other place that was not Garden Ridge, but that explains a lot of the rarity, because a lot of at-home Garden Ridge items tend to be pretty rare for whatever reason. But Garden Ridge would just order a lot of what was offered by Gemmy, and they would get the first runs of things as well. So there's a possibility, I suppose, that there's like a second gen of this out there that's super rare and it actually was fixed. But there's also a possibility that there's a second gen and it wasn't fixed. But as far as I know, I've only ever seen out in the wild a 2006 model. But I guess we'll do a little close-up look at all of the details. You can see there. So yeah, it's painted really nicely. This is an actual, I was going to say metal, but it's plastic. A metal looking chain. It's painted to look like rusted metal. All items half off. And then this is very nicely sculpted. You can very much tell that this was a clay sculpt with all the texture. He has a big speaker in him, and he does take those AA batteries down there. And he does work on motion sensor, but the sound sensor is not in the program because the mechanism was so loud it would just activate himself over and over. But there's really not much else to say about this besides, it was an incredible job. And now for all of you that have seen this on YouTube or even have one for all these years, it's not that you don't even know how it's supposed to work, you don't even know what he's supposed to say. But that's all going to be showcased right now. So without further ado, we'll get started.
Yeah, here's your half off. See? I can sit on command. Is there a draft in here? Oh, darn it! I sure could use a new belt. Whoops! You caught me with my pants down. Ah! My legs! I can't feel my legs! Yeah, here's your half off.
So yeah, I bet that's just crazy for a lot of you that have this IM or know about it, because so many of those, like the "see I can sit on command" phrase, it almost sounds like he's just saying "see I can Simba," like from the Lion King or something. Like it's such a weird failure with the programming.
See? I can sit on command. Is there a draft in here? Oh, darn it! I sure could use a new belt. Whoops! You caught me with my pants down. Ah! My legs! I can't feel my legs! Yeah, here's your half off. See? I can sit on command.
But there you go. So really awesome. It's just really satisfying to see this. When he told me he was getting into the programming stuff, it's like, I have just the idea for you to get some, some practice in and develop the skills, because this was just so needed for the world to see. The majority of the time, Gemmy was very good with the programming. They didn't have any issues like this. But from everything I can think of, this is by far the largest failure with programming. And it's unfortunate because it's such a unique concept, and it's not just like a reused hamster mech or something. They actually really tried with this piece. So it is quite unfortunate to see how that happened. But, now, speaking of seeing, you can all see right here that this guy is working as intended. So let me know in the comments below, were you surprised by anything that he said? Does it just make so much more sense to you now? What are your thoughts? I'd really like to hear it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.